Chris Rock gon' be the reason we gon' blow. Boom.
Yeah. New space, who this?
New space, who this? SPG said it first.
We're back in the house for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
We're here at Chattel Kitchen Bar House. You gotta come down and check this place out.
You know, it only just occurred to me that we're at a bar house.
Yes.
It's where the bars live.
Yes, it's a house where the bars live.
It's a house where the bars live. Yeah,
it's the bar's home.
It's the bar's home. The bars reside here, so it only makes sense. This is where we pod, and we want to thank them for this wonderful space. You guys have to come check them out. They're located. Tell them where they're located.
At the bottom of Beckles Road, kind of at the corner of Beckles Road and Bay Street, where the stoplights are, kind of like opposite the government offices.
Yes.
Prime Minister's office?
By the Esplanade?
By the Esplanade.
I thought that's what you would do. You know how Bajans, when they gave you directions, is get the landmark first. You know Esplanade?
Oh,
right.
Right
after the Esplanade.
You know, but you gotta go up the road.
Correct.
Not down the road.
Not down the road. You gotta go up
I'm
the road.
sorry. I'm not very good at Bajan directions.
Yeah, it's true.
I apologize.
It's true. But, you know, we're happy to be here. This is a new space for us. And we're excited to bring you guys new and amazing content.
So let me get to it, man.
Yeah, let's get to it. So, it's been a minute since we've talked about the things that we have been listening to.
Yeah, for real though.
And, you know, SPG has his chronological order, but I've been trying to circumvent that. But
you've been trying to circumvent my system?
Yes, I have. Because it's holding us back as a team.
It's not holding us back. It's giving us varied and rich.
It's giving varied.
Yes.
It's giving varied.
It's giving variation. It's a genetic variant, right?
Exactly.
Like mutations, B.
Well, true. You're right. So what have you been listening to?
I mean, just a lot of singles lately. I really haven't been listening to full projects.
Mm-hmm.
You know me, I'm always doing this singles rotation. And I got some stuff to talk about, man.
What have I been listening to? Honestly, it's been because I recently came back from a trip to Miami for Afro Nation. So I was on this big Afro Nation vibe, Afro beats, piano, that kind of stuff. So listening to, obviously Burna, Rema, his new tracks.
Rema? That's how it's pronounced.
It's actually pronounced Rema. Yeah.
Oh, so we were
saying it wrong all this time. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Davido. Okay. He dropped an album recently. It's called. So I was full on again this thing. I want to sing every word line for line. Blah blah blah. Didn't work out that way.
But you had a good time.
I had a fantastic time. It was amazing. It was amazing being around, like all these people who shared a love for this type of music.
Okay.
And it made me feel like Barbados is a really small place, and it's important to go out there and meet new people and really experience the world. It's a very, very large world out there.
Yeah.
And but aside from that, I have also been trying to take in like recent projects. Like so most recently, I can start with the latest first is Metro Boomin released a soundtrack or has a soundtrack for the new Spider-Man movie, Across the Spider-Verse. And you know Metro did Heroes and Villains. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, I remember.
And I was going off on
about how good the beats were.
Thing, and then he released the beats by themselves or whatever. And album hard. Album so hard. Ridiculous. Shinsia is on that project. You got Arya Star is on that project. So you got your Afrobeats influence. He did on one of the songs with Shinsia, he has a red rat sample. Hey, you girl in the tight up. It's honestly, an awesome album. Sway Lee from Ray Shremmerd killed it. He was like on 2 or 3 joints. and so was ASAP Rocky. Oh, low key, I'm a big Rocky fan, huh?
Who is that, Rocky?
Yeah, I didn't think I was.
Low key?
Yeah, well, low key for me.
For you?
Yeah, for me,
I've
because
been
like,
a fan forever, man.
like, you know, like I never, like, if somebody tell me, oh, you know, like, who you listening to, I would never say ASAP Rocky. But honestly, like, ASAP put out some stuff recently that I can't deny. Literally can't deny it. And but yeah, I've been listening to that and Chomp 2. You know, my guy Russ dropped Chomp 2.
And you
Russ
told me that
dropped
you weren't really feeling it.
No, I didn't enjoy that.
Really? I mean, because you know, we some big Russ fans since. Because no, not Chomp 2, Chomp 2.5.
Chomp 2.5, sorry.
Right, and we've been some big fans. You've been going on about this guy since Chomp 1.
Yeah, I love Russ.
Right. Okay. Like I like Russ a lot too.
I rate Russ. Yeah.
No. You said you love.
I love Russ. I love Russ.
Okay.
I love him. I love his hot takes. I like his
Okay. Fair enough.
short man isms. I like Russ. I am be honest. I like Russ.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I got into Chomp 2 because you were talking about it, and it was really good. I haven't listened to 2.5, but there's a song on it that I really like, and I was going to talk about that today.
Let me guess. It has not Benny Butcher. It has Freddie Gibbs.
No, not that one.
Not that one. Oh, damn it.
And yeah, I'm trying to not be as predictable.
Well, as usual.
These street hip hop guys that I'm always listening to.
I know, I love it.
It's a song called "Wicked Race," and it's good to me.
Wicked Race.
Wicked Race. I mean, it's just him on the track.
It's just who on the track?
Russ.
Oh, which one is Wicked Race? Show me that one.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, you just have it as a single.
Yeah.
I know. That's what you do.
Yeah,
But you know, me and SPG had like, we talk about music just cause, right?
of course.
And we had an interesting
nephew.
Yeah, just cause nephew. We had an interesting conversation where I was telling SPG that I am less likely to listen to a single as opposed to a complete body of work, and he is the complete opposite. So for the pod, I'd like us to jump into that a little bit more. Why is it that you feel like you're more drawn to singles for your listening? Is it just like a time thing? Is it that, you know, do you prefer to curate your own playlist? Because I know you do a lot of that.
I do.
Putting together your own playlist. And I never do that. Ever.
Right. Okay. Like I have a persistently rotating playlist, and I move things in and out of it all the time. I mean, it has something to do with availability. Time is money,
and time is in a world.
Time belongs to no man. Yeah, but there's not a lot of time. So I think one of the things that happens with me is that I can be excited, neutral, meh, or completely turned off or feel disgusted by an individual song, and it's only 3 to 5 minutes of my time and I move on.
Wow.
And so
heavy.
Yeah,
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
This punch is heavier than life. Shout out to my anime fans. Listen, but when it's an entire body of work, there can be such like upset for me when it happens all the time. You hear one amazing song, but then the body isn't so great. And maybe because there's so many ways in which an album can go wrong. Maybe there are too many songs. There's fluff there. There's not enough substance in some of the songs.
Wow.
Maybe the flow of the album isn't really what you wanted or you like to hear.
You're a real album cynic. You're a real album cynic.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I was there in 92? It was 92, guys. I'm about to look real bad for the hip hop heads. I had a copy of Illmatic in my back pocket. Who didn't? I listened to the whole thing about 240 million times. I'm just saying that as time has gone on,
And that's a body of work, though.
yeah, it was a brilliant body of work.
Exactly.
I'm not saying that I'm not into bodies of work. I'm just saying that it is easier, it's more accessible for me to listen to individual singles. And what it does is that albums take time. I am 10 to 20 songs. It's a lot of songs to listen to, and I tend to want to really understand what's being said in each song. That takes time. It's very different to 10 to 20 songs from 10 to 20 different artists who give a snapshot of that artist's perspectives or how they feel or what they want doing, what they want to say to get people to move in the club, what social commentary they're making. So to me, being constantly exposing myself to all these different singles from all these different artists, to me, gives me a greater range and variety of exposure to different styles and ideas, and ways to make a song and beats. And that way I encounter like more producers than I may have if I was listening to one album, that kind of thing. So I'm not saying that the albums aren't great and I don't listen to albums too, but I just gravitate towards singles. I usually follow artists and I check out what they're doing latest through the singles. I mean, sometimes those singles lead me to listen to an album. So I'll start rambling now.
Right. Because like my take on it is like completely the opposite way. A single does nothing for me because I don't understand the context in which the music was created. Like, so if I look at the same Metro Boomin Spider-Verse Across the Spider-Verse soundtrack, it's an album that was put together. It has a running order for a reason. It has its interludes and stuff like that for a reason, and it's telling us a story for a reason. And I don't think that if each one of those songs was released as a single over, let's say, 10 years, a decade, it would not move me to the same degree, because where the artist is at, I want to feel where the artist is at. I don't, and I guess this is the point that I'm getting to. I'm not a club record guy.
Oh, I've always been a club record guy.
And I think that's the big differentiation between us as listeners. I'm not a club record guy. Actually, I tend to repel against the club record because I feel... My time.
Are you reclaiming your time?
Yes, sir. I repel against the club record because I feel as if the club record is crafted with algorithm in mind, with TikTok, with listenership stats in mind. It's crafted with BPMs in mind. It's crafted in a different way. And I'm not saying that it's not important, because without the club record, you don't have the thing to get people into the album, because you gotta get them into the album. But I think for me, it feels like too easy a grab, and I rather just like go beneath the surface and find out what is this artist really saying.
What you're saying there resonates with me. I think that I feel similarly, but I still prefer single listening over album listening. But my preference for single listening does not mean that I don't like and enjoy albums for the same reason. I mean, guys, you catch Trezale and SPG in the club, and you'll find us freaking out. Well, I mean, that is if we're in a party that actually plays
hip hop music that isn't Fat Man Scoop, Faith Evans.
Oh my gosh! If you got 100 bill, like seriously, like, isn't that song like 30 years old?
That could be a whole pod on its own, talking about these DJs with the cheap grab at. All the hip hop heads, this one's for you, and you playing the same freaking
come on
5 tracks.
If you are, and
get out of here.
And there's some parties that will always play a particular type of hip hop. So there's a particular party type. I'm getting myself into trouble, and I'm loving it. Where you're gonna play, is it? What's the name of the song? Whoa! I mean, you're gonna play Dead Wrong.
You can play
no. You're gonna play Dead Wrong by Notorious B.I.G. And is it Hail Mary? That's the name of the song.
Come with me.
Yeah.
You play California Love. You play Hail Mary. If you really want to go deep.
Wait, no, deep. Don't conflate them. There's a particular like atmosphere that you want, where you want to harken back to the beef days of Biggie and Tupac, so you play those two songs.
Right.
But
Then, okay.
You know, if it's, you know, I guess the crowd has got a lot of easy listeners into it. You in it, you play Fat Man Scoop. You know, like just like always the same things. Anyway, let's not fall down that rabbit hole. The point is, we have freaked out and really partied hard to some singles in the club. Me and him both.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
don't let him tell you different.
But you know, I'm a different guy, you know, like if you get what I mean, like I'm not still that guy. So like,
I mean, that's fair. Well, okay. So we're not still okay. Wait, hold on. We're not in the club freaking out to the songs anymore either. But I must admit, I love the familiarity, the nostalgia of that feeling.
Yeah.
So when I'm rolling in my car, I'm going to listen to singles a lot. Actually, I don't know if you knew this, but I listen to singles on the weekend, and I listen to albums during the week.
Interesting.
So during the week,
because albums are more work, so that makes sense, and then singles are
fair
like
enough.
you let your hair down.
Yeah, pretty.